A spokesperson for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has confirmed that the couple did not, in fact, secretly get married.
If you're new to this channel, please consider being a subscriber. Just go ahead and press that red button, and just like that, you're part of the family. If you are already a subscriber, well, thank you for coming back.
A spokesperson for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle has confirmed that the couple did not, in fact, secretly get married 3 days before their royal wedding back in 2018. The controversy has arisen due to a statement that Meghan made in the couple's tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey, where she said she and her husband had tied the knot privately in their backyard with just the Archbishop of Canterbury present 3 days ahead of the official ceremony. Many critics of the couple have seized on this issue, pointing out that the Church of England does not allow marriages to take place outside of a church and that there must be 2 witnesses present. The church has not commented, but one priest says someone from the Archbishop's office told him Markle was likely just confused because the rules are different in America. Now, a spokesperson for the former royals has clarified that Meghan and Harry simply exchanged private vows and didn't actually get married.
Get the hell out of here. Of course they really got married. Meghan is absolutely right. They did get married. So basically what it is that they exchange vows. Exchanging vows is actually more important than actually a church wedding and signing the marriage license. Shouldn't it be about the vows that you exchange to each other, that personal vow, that personal exchange of what's important to you, what's truly in your heart, as opposed to something somebody else wrote that you're just repeating verbatim, that doesn't really mean anything in your life or even relevant. So yeah, they did get married, and that's the most important contract, the one that they actually have with each other, not the one that they write down on paper, which is basically a contract with the country and with the government. I mean, if I remember correctly, before the 1940s, there was no marriage contract with the government. It was a contract between 2 individuals and God. So there's actually 2 way of getting married. There is the civil marriage, which is a marriage covenant with the state, which is when you are signing that license. A license required for that civil marriage. And then there is a godly covenant, which doesn't require a civil license because the covenant is with God and the divine being. So yeah, they did get married, maybe not in the sense of the state, but in the sense of what should be more important, which is that personal relationship with you and your God. To prove that, they actually brought the archbishop to show that that's the most important covenant. So people, let's not get confused with signing a contract with the government and the country and actually creating a bond with the person that you're supposed to be spending the rest of your life with. One is business and one is a relationship. I bet you the royal family actually forced them to come out and make a public statement saying that it wasn't a marriage, but in fact it was an exchange of vow. If you really think about it, it sounds like Meghan and Prince actually have their head screwed on properly, and they actually realize what is most important in their relationship, that it shouldn't just be a contract with the company being the country and the royal family. You can see this all over the world, where if you yourself decide to have an exchange of vow and to have your own personal covenant with God and your partner, that the state, the business, the corporation will step in and actually force your union to become one with the state, in the sense that once you start living together up to a certain period of time, they automatically say that now you are now married by common law. I think it's in Texas that if you've been living together for 30 days, then you're automatically now married, in the sense that you're common law married. And in some places it's 2 years, and in some places it's up to 10 years. The corporation will step in eventually and force you to be married under the corporation so that they can have more control in your life. The other point I wanted to speak on is this announcer. He's basically gaslighting.
Meghan and Harry simply exchanged private vows and didn't actually get married. However, that was the exact wording the Duchess used, which is unfortunate as it means many will seize on this mistake as a reason not to trust her word on the other more serious claims she made, like how she was driven nearly to suicide by the palace's refusal to support her in the press.
He's gaslighting people to start saying that, well, because she called it a marriage and now she's backtracking and saying it's not a marriage, it's an exchange of vow, then therefore you cannot trust her word in anything that she said. See how they're trying to tear them down and gaslighting to doubt everything that they say. Just because you use one word as opposed to another word doesn't mean that you're a liar. Doesn't mean that automatically you don't know your feelings, you don't understand the trauma that the situation had on your mental ability. But when this announcer comes out and say it like this, then it begins to place that doubt in people's mind. Guys, really what I want to say here is that the fact that they actually had a godly covenant at first by themselves in by themselves with the archbishop just goes to show how committed these two are to each other and how their mind is actually focused on building a relationship together with themselves as opposed to signing a contract with the state, which is where we are supposed to be. Instead of just following along, we are supposed to be making our own decisions. Until next time, people, peace and love. Bye.